Ooh.
Are you going live on your Bishop Greg Davis?
The regular page, not the like page, where I was last week.
All right, let me get you.
There she is.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Sorry I'm late, y'all. I couldn't find the link.
Y'all see the page?
I'm getting ready to. Keep fighting for another day. No, not that one.
No. You on there now, Greg?
I'm looking myself. You have to go through this. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Miss Moore, hello.
Hi everyone.
Nope, not there.
No. I don't see it.
Hold on.
Not there.
I'm looking.
There we go.
Which one is it?
Bishop Greg Davis.
You see it?
Yeah.
You got 5 pages. Yeah, I don't see it. Maybe because I'm not friends with Bishop Greg Davis.
I'm gonna make it go public once I find it.
Yeah, you need to make it go.
Public.
Yeah. Did you make it
So
go public?
you see it because you're friends with him, right?
Yeah, I'm friends with him, but again, if you don't make it go public, somebody not going to get it.
I don't see it though. I'm trying to find it.
Keep fighting for happiness. Hey, Gwendolyn.
You see it, Luther, Eve?
Mm-mm.
Is it my like page?
No.
Lola?
No, nope.
It's the other one.
It's the one that you got the blue jean jacket on. Look.
Okay, I see it.
See, because I'm not friends with him. That's probably why I don't see
I know,
it.
but I gotta find it. I can't even find it.
I'm friends with the other Greg Davis. You got like 6, 7 pages.
I gotta go get some glasses. I look sleepy.
Hello, everybody.
The man with 100 pages can't find it.
Right.
That's gonna be our first question. What you do when you get too many Facebook pages?
I've been on both of them. I've been on both of my Bishop. I got 2 Bishop Greg Davis pages, I guess.
You need just a Greg Davis page.
You want me to tag you and then you go to it?
Is that how we did before? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. I got it.
I told you don't turn into no old man on me.
Edit privacy. It's public now. You should find it, Luther.
Okay.
How y'all doing?
Yeah, you see people starting to come on now?
Is that's what's happening?
Yeah. Because it wasn't public.
All right. That's what's happening. All right. Let me begin to share and invite people. Make sure y'all share and invite. Start y'all some watch parties. Invite people to join the conversation.
Carlos Shipman should be a regular one because he's on every week with us. Y'all say hello.
Y'all let me know where y'all checking in from. I know it's the 4th, but this is not a day for us to celebrate because we didn't have no independence today. I ain't gonna get into that conversation though today. Luther, I see you got on your all black.
Yes.
All right.
Uh-huh. That I do.
We're gonna get started here in just a minute. Y'all check in where you're checking in from.
Give me your checkpoints. Vegas is in the building. I see you, Vegas. I see you.
Happy Saturday. That's all I got.
Louisville, Kentucky.
Happy Saturday. That's all I got.
Happy Saturday.
Guess what I ate today, Lola?
What did you eat today?
Lord, I'm missing Patty LaBelle on Essence. I ate.
Are they having Essence?
Yeah. I forgot to send it to you. It's over today. No, well, tomorrow's the gospel thing tomorrow morning, but I'm not promoting that. I need people to come to church. It's good. It's been good too. It's ending. PJ was on.
Oh, I know he laid people out.
Virtual D Nice and some girl hosted it.
Okay.
That's the new norm. Hello, everybody.
This is the new norm. All right, we got Carlos from North Carolina in the building. Carlos, what part of North Carolina? Where about you from? Where about you from?
He was on the show, Lola. You wasn't here.
I was here. I'm talking to him. I don't know him. I'm asking him questions.
Wasn't he on with you, Eve?
Yes.
He's coming back.
Yeah, that was the day I had the block party, so I missed him. So I don't know him. So I can't ask the man where about he from.
Absolutely.
Let's see. We got Las Vegas, Gwendolyn, Queens. Stand up.
Hey, Luther.
Yes, sir.
She got her other Gemini on tonight.
I better because she about to go to sleep.
I see. She do.
I think y'all got a little petty spirit on you right now. Greensboro, okay.
Dr. Eve sleep over there too. What's wrong with y'all?
I'm just waiting for you to get your technicalities together. Yeah.
Are we together? We just inviting people.
We invite people to come on out. We got some good questions on tonight. We got some good stuff to talk about.
And we got some people in here that can talk. So, right. Anyway.
I think I'm gonna start with the last question I sent.
Did you get Luther's foolishness that he posted?
No, I didn't see it. I went to his page. Luther, you're gonna have to lead out with some of your foolishness. Louisiana, stand up. Don't keep my pastor too long. He got real church tomorrow.
Who said that?
Jazz.
Solid Jazz with her crazy stuff.
Your pastor be the one keeping us.
What is
that?
You know I had
what
to
is
get
Patty?
it.
Is that what you're doing?
Is Patty 100?
She probably 97.
Oh, TL Latrell Penny, I'm so done with you. I've tried to call you 100 times.
I just tagged her. I just invited her.
I tried to call her 100 times.
Y'all, we get ready to have a good conversation tonight. But he says, she said. Some questions I gotta ask.
Let's get
ladies, I'm gonna tell y'all this up front, ladies. I gotta ask a question that's gonna offend us. But we got to deal with the truth tonight. So just still love me afterwards, but I gotta ask this question. So don't get mad with me. Somebody asked it. I said that'll be a good one to talk about. So we got a juicy one. It's something that many women have dealt with. So we got to address the elephant that's in the room from time to time.
from time to time.
Introduce our guest, Greg.
Bishop Earthquake Kelly is on. All right, Bishop. We have from the state of Florida by way of the Carolinas and lives now in Miami, Florida. She is a preacher, teacher, prophetess. She is a life coach. She is a let me finish. Your show, you don't tell me how to introduce. She is a host of her own show. Dr. Eve Moore. Good afternoon, evening.
She just want to go by Eve tonight. She like, I'm just Eve.
He is a prophet, teacher, pastor. He is a retired thug. And if you rub him the wrong way, he'll go back to being it. All the way from Toledo, Ohio, by way of Atlanta, Georgia, Luther McKinstry.
Hey,
McKinstry.
Jazz said, "Do you want to proofread her comments before she say it?"
It's Saturday night, Jazz. No,
Let
the
Jazz.
rules are, it's Saturday night, it's after 9 o'clock, and at this point, you're free to say whatever you want to say, when you want to say it, how you want to say it. We just ask that you just hold a little dignity and respect your conversation, but we keep it real here on He Said, She Said. Question number 1. What do you do when you're dating someone? You're either dating, you're married, whatever, your mate, and you don't like kids.
You don't like what?
Their children.
listen, we need to have Greg Davis answer that one first. I know what's up on that one.
What do you do when you don't like their kids and their kids just rub you the wrong way? What do you do?
Or should you say if you don't like kids at all, period,
Or
when we're kids?
if you don't like kids,
But there's been a couple of that I've been okay with. It's been a couple that have been okay with. So Luther, don't come for me. I didn't ask for you. I think that first of all, you have to like kids. And secondly, you have to know where you are in your life, whether you want to deal. I think, though, that if you really like the person, you will adapt to their kids, I don't know how many. But that according to their age, they ain't going nowhere. So you have to decide whether you. Woo! I just had a flashback. Luther, thank you. Oh, I'm looking across the street at that school across the street.
walk light, Doc. Walk light, Doc. Walk light.
Anyway, woo! No, go ahead. I pass. Woo! All things been brought back to my remembrance.
Has anyone ever been in that situation that's on the line where you dated someone and you weren't fond of the children at all?
Yeah.
I got no problem with kids. Especially
You sound far away.
especially when the father ain't even in their life. I have no problem with it, especially the girls. I kind of treat girls. Girls got a soft spot in my heart when they have girls. I treat them just a little bit, because I love the girls. I say that is because they need that man in their life, really, especially if their father ain't around.
Yeah.
To show them some things that their daddy wouldn't be able to show them. So I had no problem with it, really. That's just somebody else. I'm not gonna mention no names or pointing fingers. Somebody that's up on the top left-hand corner, but
E?
Never dealt with that.
Yes. And I wonder, do men and women approach it differently? I was having a conversation with this question actually came from a conversation I was having with a good friend of mine. And, we were just talking about some of the perils and challenges that you may face in a relationship. And what happens when, the bond between the child is kind of broken and it's putting a strain on the relationship. How do you address it? And a lot of times when people have children, you have to understand when you enter a situation, it's a package. You can never separate one from the other. That's number one. It's a package deal. But how you deal with that package is a lot. And I think girls and boys respond differently in relationships. The baby's mother, the mother of the child, let me say it like that. I think the mother of the child has a lot to do with how they respond and react when they're around that mate. Because if they're bitter, wish that they were still together, you never know what's being fair to the child to bring on that nasty character or the behaviors that may be triggering, the discord in the home. So it gets really tricky. Eve as well. Let me see if I ever been in a situation where I didn't like the child.
But I want to ask this question, Greg. What's the youngest you'll go? I'm sure the ladies out here want to know. What's the youngest you'll go as far as if they have a child?
You got a message spirit with you tonight.
I told you. I felt petty at the beginning of the conversation.
You was letting them come for me last week, man. So I'm just asking you a question, man.
You do not have control of this thing to remove you. What's the youngest what?
Kid that they have a kid.
Oh.
What's the youngest you go?
I don't know. It's now I'm going to be very transparent.
Okay.
I dated someone back when, and believe it or not, I fell in love with their daughter. You remember?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember?
Yeah.
Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I guess it's just according to. I mean that's.
I'm gonna say how much love
that's
you
really
have.
5 years ago. But I mean,
do you still keep up with the child? See, you know how you get people involved in a relationship, get involved with the child, and all of a sudden they split up, and then next thing you know, they don't have anything to do with the child no more, and all that stuff.
No.
Do you still have anything to do with the child?
No, I'm not you.
Do you really love them then?
I didn't say I love him. I said I like the child.
You said you fell in love.
I felt like it was the figure of speech.
You grew very fond of the child.
People use the word love so loosely now, man. That's the problem today. They just use it loosely. Just empty words.
You grew very fond of the child.
Just empty words.
Oh Lord.
But I want to ask Eve though. Eve, seriously though, if you were in that situation, would you date a person with both of you ladies? Would you date a man with children?
I prefer.
You have a child, so it comes from a different perspective from you. But your child is almost gone.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
You're gonna be running behind the bus.
Oh God, I thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
You be at every football game.
You don't know what you're saying. He knows not what he's saying.
So, and then Lola doesn't have a child. So what about you? Would you date a guy with children?
Which one of us you talking?
I'm sorry.
Eve, you go first. You're the guest. You go first, Eve.
Keep in mind, baby. Eve.
Every man
Keep in mind what you hear what he said.
Baby mama drama. Oh no, she don't do that. No, honey, she don't do that. No, I don't do baby mama drama. I don't deal with men who refer to their children's mothers as baby mama, because there normally comes drama with that. So if they still have a relationship with most of the men I think all the guys that I've dated, except one, all had children. I don't have a problem. I don't discriminate. But now, where I am in my life, I would prefer them to have older children, not little kids I have to be a babysitter for. No.
That's good.
Now, this is a good question. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Well, no, go ahead. Answer yours and we'll go to Jazz.
So, I do have a code that I prefer not to date anyone with children under 5, because I'm always for family. As I'm doing the exploring and talking, I want to figure out what happened, why y'all not together, and I'll probably encourage them to try to get back together to provide a stable household for the child. Under 5 is too much, where it's too much room where they can possibly get together. The demographic and the age of men that I like, I'm hoping that their kids been grown a few years. So yeah, we all have a preference, but I love kids. Lord knows I love kids. I love kids, and I always
when they can go
around here. But it becomes interesting if there's a healthy relationship between the mother and children, then it's because it'll be an easy scenario. But if there's drama, because under no circumstances am I going to put up with anybody's drama or stress. I don't argue. I don't go back and forth. It's just something I'm just not going to tolerate and deal with. And if I sense any dissension, then that's not going to be anything I'm going to be able to sign up for, because I'm for no mess under no circumstances. So probably bow out of that to avoid the drama, because children need to be in environments that are healthy, that's fruitful, that's growing, because you become the example of a behavior that they will one day exhibit in the future. So I just want to make sure we keep it healthy and clean. So it's tricky. So yes, I would, but I would want them to be of a particular age.
You don't have to wish. You don't have to wish you were on here. You can just comment, Joe Stern. Oh, Joe. No, Joe, we don't want you on here, Joe.
But Joe these stuff up, man. Joe would say.
We gotta have Joe on.
We got to have Joe. We'll see you next week, Joe.
We'll see you next week, Joe. Meanwhile,
we'll see you next week for
sure. I forgot about you, sir. Oh my God, it's gonna be hilarious. So
Joe, show out.
So listen, true story time.
Story time.
When my grandmother met my grandfather, she was 15, 16. Yazoo, Mississippi. My grandfather was 20s, 19, 20, 21. I don't know, but it was good back then. She was pregnant with my father. She was pregnant, and he married my grandmother. And not until 15 years ago did I find out that, you know how it was in the old days, they didn't tell me. And when we found it up and brought it up at the table, because
it was a real live Joseph.
Who? My grandfather?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But you can't, you get me to fight you, pull out my gun if you said that ain't my real grandfather. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about it. And my father gonna come trying to introduce me and Micah to his real daddy fan. I said, we don't, after my grandfather died, you better get out of my face, please. That's my daddy. But anyway, he did it, and I thought that was so freaking dope.
That was noble.
And they stayed together 60-something years, and he treated my father like it was his own, and all of his kids, including me, he raised me. So Jazz asked this question, I didn't answer for that. I just wanted to tell that story about my grandfather. But I don't know. That's a nobility.
I know we have a friend that dated a girl while she was pregnant and dated her all the way through her delivery. Once the child got here, they still dated, but then the father actually came back around and wanted to be present and kind of wormed his way back in. But a friend that definitely dated a young lady that was pregnant. So, and he's a noble guy. Luther, would you?
Let me tell you something. And Alpha Patricia wouldn't be having that either. She's like, "Oh boy, you gonna take that back when you found it."
Who? Your mama?
It's his mom. Take that back. Put that. Put
I
that.
can see her. I can say, boy, what's wrong with you? You done lost your mind, Luther. Boy, what's wrong with you?
Be like, I knew they done switched babies on us when we was in the hospital. But Bishop Jazz said something before that. She says that when we break up, we all break up.
Yeah,
for real. She say stuff like that for real. Because let me tell you this story. My cleaning lady, I got from her. She introduced me to the cleaning lady. Her and her cleaning lady fell out about something. She got mad at her. She didn't want to deal with her no more. So she gonna tell me, so Pastor, if I stop dealing with her, ain't nobody dealing with her.
Oh, Jazz one of them.
Find me a cleaning lady then.
Jazz one of them. If I don't fool with you.
We've been like that though before. We've done that. We like, are we fooling him or not? I need to know before we walk in this room. We've been like that.
But not most preachers. They'll still go preach for a person you know you ain't cool with. So I ain't gonna say no. I'm gonna leave that alone.
All right. Did we get enough out of that?
Yeah, we got enough out of that one.
Okay.
All right. This is the one that's offensive. Let me see. So, we're living in a time, and this has been going on since the beginning of age, where there was a song back then, you didn't want me, now I'm hot, you all on me. But let's reverse that. Where, you remember when we were all in school, and it was like the hot girls or the cool guys, and she was the pretty girl in high school. She was the prom queen. She was, Miss Popular this, Miss Popular that. And, she had a period where she was winning. She was like really, really winning. And then life happens and you see them at your 10-year reunion or whatever. And she had the attitude because life was always in her favor. And since fallen off. She's 10 sizes larger than what she was in high school. She no longer has the Coke bottle figure anymore. She now looks like a 2-liter. She's just not that same person, but she still carries the attitude of, I'm the hot girl. How do you, as men, deal? Because I've been hearing this conversation, like, what's up with your girl, man? Back in the day, she was hot, but now, she got 3 kids and she not hot. I'm like, hey, how do you all deal with the attitude of women that used to be hot, but they're not hot anymore?
And then they really want to holler at you now, huh? They want you
not yet. Yeah.
They want to holler
because now it's your turn. Because back then you may not have been, you may have been a little nerdy kid. You didn't come into yourself till late. How do you deal with when you encounter that?
I've had that happen where they didn't have nothing to do with me, wasn't paying me no mind, no attention. But then all of a sudden, all that scenario you said happened. But all of a sudden, they want to push hard up on me. Like, See, if I can't throw you, I don't want you. So
you said what? What?
I can't. I don't want you.
If I can't, what? I need you to say that louder. Come closer.
If I can't throw you, I don't want you.
If I can't throw you. What does that mean, Luther? I don't know. You go to the gym.
Greg, don't leave me out here on this limb.
You may be able to bench press 400 pounds. So
Greg,
you can throw 400 pounds.
Throw what?
It's Saturday night. Just go with it. Go with it.
I'm just saying. I can't throw you. I don't want you. Is she over there praying?
So my thing is, if you didn't want me when I was Big Greg, I don't want you. I don't.
Now you a good example, because there was a period of time You always had your swag, right? You always was saucy when you was Big Greg. Now you Little Greg. Women always wanted you because you were a reverend. You got the title, you the bishop. Women always want people that's important, that they feel is important.
He lay hands on folks and everything.
Y'all something else.
You was on TV, all that good stuff. Now, when you was Big Greg, you got treated a certain way and you were viewed a certain way. Now, when you Little Greg, and after they find out you didn't have the package, you didn't have the surgery, like you legitimately lost the weight. Because come on now, I was there. How do you handle that? Because remember, they used to be like, he had the surgery.
I just think that if a person can't be there with you when you big or little or going through in any kind of way, I just don't want you there for me after. I mean,
What? Wait a minute, because I remember someone asked the same question and posed it to you men, and you stated your preferences, but someone asked a question as to whether or not you would still be with a woman or want to be with her if she gained the weight, and you said no. So that means you have a double standard.
Double standards on the line.
Yeah.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
Where's my fan?
No, Pastor Kim, wait, baby, hold on. Pastor Kim didn't have a problem with me the way I was at all. It was her. If she did, then it's all right to say it, and I would have. You know what I'm saying? She had no.
So you can gain weight, and you want her to accept you, but she can't gain weight, and
No,
you accept
if she didn't accept it, then I would have done what I needed to do. That wasn't an issue. So you have to know the facts while you're throwing out stuff.
No, I'm not talking about you and Pastor Kim. We were talking about your
That's
preference.
the only.
He said if he.
That's the only thing that you can. That's the only thing that you can reference. You were talking about me.
No,
You talking about me?
You said that you have a preference
But
too.
I'm
Is this
hitting
kind
you
man
up.
But
you're
if
down
together, why would you let yourself go anyways? If
But
you're
what
together?
if something just
Hey,
happens?
small,
Life happens.
Why you gonna
Doesn't
get
mean
big
you're
for it?
letting yourself go.
I like 0 to 4. Everybody knows.
And if she
that.
gets
let
to
me
a
finish,
10,
let
then
me
what?
finish. I've been saying that since me and Lola was
But
on.
that's what I'm talking about.
So what's the issue? That's what I
You
like.
just said,
Everybody on here has preference.
Mr.
And-
Davis.
Huh?
Mr. Davis,
Yes.
you said that you like 0 to 4, but about 3 minutes ago, you said if they can't like Big Greg, or if they like Big Little Greg and they can't like Big Greg, then I don't want you. Vice versa,
No.
et cetera, et cetera.
No. She set up the scenario of what I went through. If they didn't want me back then, then I don't want them now. They wasn't with me. You're talking about two different things. You're talking about tomatoes and apples. One is a fruit and one is a vegetable. You're talking about if the person is already with you. That's two different things.
That's what she was saying.
Who's saying?
Now, that's what she was saying. You're right. You're right,
Yeah,
right?
that wasn't Lola's question. Lola's question about somebody that was in school and they done changed and they done got big. Now they want you because you all, sauced up or whatever. You in another whole vein. So you mixing things. And you call yourself trying to catch up.
I just wanted to make sure you weren't,
And if I was, it's
having
my
a double
prerogative.
standard.
And if it is, it's my prerogative.
That is so terrible.
Okay.
So to get this correct,
Absolutely, Ange Oliver.
What she said?
what she said.
Men have double standards.
Yeah. You do, because a man is.
Ooh, help
You
me,
guys are
God.
so doggone visual. I went through a situation.
Story time.
Story time. I went through a situation where I dated this guy. And I think the largest I've ever been in my life is probably a 10.
Jesus.
And I had a desire to begin a health and wellness journey. The man told hush. The man told somebody that he told me that I had to get my fat butt in the gym because he don't like me being like I was fat or big. Like I told her she got to get her fat behind in the gym. Now a lot of y'all know me on here on Saturday night, and you see how I cut up a little bit on Saturday night. Can you imagine if somebody said something that's like that to me? Like, but meanwhile, he not in shape. Not. But this thing has never happened. But people be out here lying and talking about stuff and saying that they doing stuff. So the things that we have to go through because of the double standard of men, because you all have a fallacy of what you want your woman to look like at all times.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Hey, I never said that it was, but the pressure.
Yeah, but y'all not gonna make it sound bad because y'all not gonna make a man sound bad because he got a preference. Heck, y'all got a preference.
Yeah, but y'all don't hold on to.
Let me tell you something, Lola.
We have a preference.
Y'all got 6 packs to end with no packs.
Lola, I know Greg Michael Davis like a book. I never forget one time he was with somebody and I told him, I said, Greg, you know you're not gonna be with her because you ain't gonna when you're gonna wake up one morning and if you was married, you're gonna wake up one morning if you was married, you're gonna wake up one morning and look at her and be like, why am I with you? You remember that I said that to you?
No. And I still disagree with you on that. I still do. I still do.
Watch this. Are you with her?
And it had nothing to do with that. No, it had nothing to do with that. And you know what it had to do with. So don't do that. It had tell the truth, Luther. It had nothing to do with that.
It had nothing to do with it. But you know,
answer the question. Did it have anything to do with it?
But you know, after I said
it, you have anything to do with it?
No, but you know good well that you had to think about that for a second.
Nope.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Greg. If that other situation didn't happen, would you still been with her?
Probably so.
Okay.
Probably so.
Okay.
Probably so. And again, this is way back when, so you got to say that to these people.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff. I thought the question was, go back.
Which one?
I thought the question was, when the person was in high school, they were the hot girl. Now she's not. Now, what's your preference? Well, it's really about men dealing with the attitude of women who think they hot and they not. And it's sad because.
Well, what can you do with that?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. What have you all done with that? Because everybody, I have an old saying where I say everybody has their turn. Sometimes your turn comes early in life. Sometimes your turn comes late in life. Everybody has an opportunity to have their turn. But when your turn is up, do you know?
They don't know it. I don't think they know. They still feel like they're the same size. They're the same diva. You can even tell they never shift the clothes. The clothes are still tight.
Oh my God.
They should be wearing. Listen. We're trying to help the same. The clothes should be. Listen. If you're bigger, your clothes should flow. Okay. They shouldn't be all. You got it. When you're smaller, you can bring them in. But when you're bigger, when I was bigger, I wore big suits.
Okay.
When I acted as a child, but now that I put away the weight, then now I can wear my skinny jeans and I can wear all this stuff and all that. But when I was bigger, I was hiding.
Now, what would you do if the lady that you're dating or interested in told you she don't like your skinny jeans? I already know the answer to this, but I think this.
We've been there. Story time for those that have not heard it. Rest his soul. I ain't gonna name his name, but a pastor that's gone on to be with the Lord to glory. He said, you could take the girl out. This was years ago, and you could take her out. And we get to the place, and she said, now, this is the first date, okay? First date. We done ordered the food and all that. She said, let me ask you a question. She said, I think it's great that you lost weight and all that stuff. But what if I asked you to give up them skinny jeans? I said, first of all, you have no right to ask me to give up skinny jeans at this point, at any time. And even after, I'm not giving them up. I said, I've been through too much now to give up these jeans. I've been up through I mean, I worked for this to get to this. I'll never forget.
You worked to get the Zaras, huh?
Absolutely, and not get to the last size that they got. Do you know what it was to be at the BET Awards 10 years ago? You were there, Luther, wasn't you? 9 years ago. And I could walk in Gucci and buy a suit off the rack at Gucci, a 42 regular. I still got that suit. It got holes in it, but I'm not going to give it away.
Hey, Lola, what about when they with them and they get older and they like them younger, so they train them in for a newer model?
Men do that all the time.
Oh, they do that all the time?
Men, and again, I've stated publicly that I've always dated older. I wonder when I'm going to get to that age where I start dating younger men, because I can't wait, because I think it may be fun or exciting. But I think men do that all the time to kind of, it's an ego booster to say, yo, I still got it. Look, I got me a cold little dime piece right here. Sometimes I think
an ego thing.
Huh?
You think that's an ego thing?
I think it's an ego thing. I think it's a few things. I don't want to offend anybody on the line tonight, but I'm gonna just give a few of my opinions. I think it's ego. I think it's a control thing, because you can control a younger woman way quicker than you'll ever be able to control an older woman. But it's also an opportunity to.
Oh, Luther, we gonna let her get away with that?
You know good and well.
Now, come on now, because once you purchase the real estate in her mind, you own her for a lifetime.
That was a cute little phrase.
That's very good.
But it's true. When you purchase that
There
real estate,
are some immature older women.
This is a fact. That's a fact. I'm not.
There are some age is not about
or damaged goods
It is not about age. It is about a mental state, Miss Nolan.
No,
so you cannot. There are some younger women.
I'm not knocking the old man, young
woman.
woman.
Some younger women in their late 20s, 30s that about their business, and so y'all 40s and 50s ain't got no market. You ain't got the market. You know what I'm saying? Hell.
I'm not saying that this applies to everybody, but I'm saying there are there, because I had a conversation, story time. One day I had a party over here at my house. I've done in the past often. And a friend of mine brought one of his male friends with him. And he was chasing after my niece. And this man is over 50 years old. And at the time, my niece was real young. And I just thought it strange that a 50-something-year-old is chasing, like, she was like 2021, just like, you know, of course I had some choice words. And I asked him, I said, well, what's the youngest you would go? And he said 18. And I just thought it real pedophile-ish, real nasty. But that man, and I don't say this applies to all men, that particular man was seeking to control somebody because he lacked the maturity, intelligence, be with someone that was in his own age range. So again, I am the advocate of younger woman, older man. I think every woman in her life, don't leave here, you ain't had your old man.
Hey, Greg, let me jump back on that big thing real quick again. Story time, 8.5. 8.5 years was with me when I was almost 300 pounds. You remember that, when I was almost that big. And she when she left me, that's when I started my weight loss journey. And then when I got small, when I was in shape, ripped Luther, she would have a glass of wine and call me and would literally go off on me talking about all these other women enjoying the skinny Luther, and I got the big Luther, and I had the big. It would literally get mad at me. So I got the big Luther, and you sit up here out here with these other women, and they experience.
I love it.
I'm like, really? I'm like, I said, you know what? You need to stop drinking. I'll hang up the phone.
She mad because she didn't have her turn with the little Luther.
Oh, God,
She was mad because she had to turn with the little Luther. You know. That's a true story. And I'll be with my girl next to me, like she calling me right now. I'll pick up the phone, talk to her, and she up there just talking, this slurring, talking crazy. Like, girl, you been drinking? I ain't been drinking.
She was hot with you. You were supposed to Little Luther was supposed to give her a shot.
She said she had a share of older men. Now I'm dating young.
I want to find me a younger man.
not me.
I want to see what's the hype.
That's right. You should have stuck it out.
What's the hype? I don't think I'm attracted to him though. Like at this point, I need you to have some gray on your face. So if you young with gray, that'll give me the look at you. I'll tell you that.
Dr. Eve, you want to get in?
Oh God, that guy is crazy. No, I actually prefer older. There are times where I find that there are some older men who are extremely immature.
Yes.
And then I start thinking, maybe I need to go back on down this age bracket a time or two. But nah, a man is a man, is a man, is a man.
Period. No, that's one thing that's constant. Let me ask you, which one of your friends would you trust to hook you up?
Oh, I'm not doing that no more.
What happened?
No. Every person, I can honestly say that every person that I've been hooked up with, it just I don't think. See, here's the issue. People know folk as their friends. They don't know who they are in relationships. You hook me up with a demon.
Yeah.
That's
no.
Because they're going by from the standpoint of, I agree with that 100%. They're going to if you didn't date them, you don't. When the right one comes, if you didn't date them, you don't know them.
You don't know. That's true.
You don't know.
Great will trust me.
They told me they looking for the same thing. You looking for the same? No, honey. No, this ain't the love boat.
Would you
Greg,
say?
you trust me?
Do I trust you?
You trust me? If I say, hey, Greg, I got somebody I want you to meet.
So anyway, Lola, I would trust Lola.
Oh, you wouldn't trust me?
Huh?
Oh, you trying to say you wouldn't trust me?
I didn't say nothing. I said I trust Lola.
Tell them why you would trust me.
Because she's I don't know, Luther. I might would trust you.
As soon as I look at her, I'll know if you're gonna be interested in me.
You're talking about look.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah,
I know. I'll have a conversation with her.
No, it's deeper than that.
Go ahead.
I definitely wouldn't trust Sean. I definitely wouldn't trust Sean. I probably maybe y'all too, maybe. I just don't think it. I don't know, because again, y'all know me. Y'all know me.
We know what you like.
Yeah.
My thing is,
no, but not only do you I would trust Marlinda.
Yeah.
I trust Dana, Pastor Dana.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know just what I like. You know what I need.
Right.
It's important. Let me say this. It's important that if somebody's going to hook somebody up, like Dr. Eve said, that the person knows what you need in your life. They may know the physical look, but they have to know what you need as a person holistically.
But what if they give you what you need and then
And
it's
then-
just not what you want at the time?
Oh, and that happens.
But I think
All
the
the
person,
time.
but Eve, I think we're saying the same thing. I think they should know need, want, and the timing of where you are. Like you don't need to give somebody that just wants to be friends and you just came out of a bad situation, or somebody that's a dog and you just came out of a bad situation. So that's not a real good friend, because they should know where you are. That's just my opinion. They should know where you are. Go ahead.
It's the scary thing about the hookup, especially when it's people that you like we're saying us. You know what I want, you know what I need, but most times what you want is not what you need, and what you need is not what you want.
True.
And
I trust Lolo Beluga. Go ahead.
that's a struggle that I'm dealing with right now, because it's like, you know what you need in your house. You know what you should have in your house. Like, that's what I need, but if he wear them glasses one more time, I'm going shopping. Like, it's little simple stuff that we'll discount somebody for, because we're petty like that. Stupid stuff. You know what? I didn't like her shoes. I didn't like his shoes. I didn't like he didn't know how to dress. And Beth would be like, girl, you can fix all of that. You'd be like, but still, like,
Greg, Jack.
Will have you discounting people that should probably be around much longer than you keep them around. But the key is, or the question is, how do you find the attraction in what you need when physically it may not be it? The attraction may not be there physically, but they have good conversation. The camaraderie is there, but physically, it's just like, but that's what you need.
Greg, you look like you need to have Jazz on the show one time.
I know, right? So you hook them up, then you find out they like you. So the person you hooked up end up liking you.
That has happened.
That happens.
That has happened.
What, Eve? Eve, you trying to say something? You want to say something? Hookup can be a big gamble.
It sure can. I totally agree. Because you can get somebody, and no, I do want to say something. You said that that your friend, they're not a good friend. They should know what you want, what you need, what you like, and your time and all that. That's too much responsibility on a person that's just trying to say, you know what, this might be a good person for you because I know where you came from. At the end of the day, it is still your choice as the individual to say, okay, this is where I am. This is what I can receive at this time. A lot of times, even friends sometimes don't know exactly where you are. You could be, yeah, they don't always know where you are. I'm sorry. No matter how good of a friend you are.
It's according to how long you've been knowing the friend. With these here, I can say with these and Marlinda and Pastor Dana, they know where I'm at in my life. So it's according to how long the person you've been knowing the person. And so
I've had a friend of mine hook me up with someone, and then they turn around and they say, you know what, I really didn't realize they were a monster in relationships.
How long did you know the person?
So,
How long did
they knew them, a very
how long
long
did
time.
you know the person that
How long did I know my friend? Several years.
Okay.
Several years.
I think
yeah.
I think it's true to that point, because to a degree, because you don't truly know a person until you get in relation with them. Right?
That's right.
But there's a fiber of their character that you should be able to speak to, because if someone asks me something about Greg, or someone asks me something about Luther, there's a portion of their character. I've never been in a relationship with them, but I've seen them handle the women that they've been in a relationship with. So there's a portion of that character that I can speak to. But I can also say, now Greg is impatient and he's spoiled. You know, there's some things.
Ain't that true?
There's some things that you can speak to. Will we ever completely know someone? No, but I think there's pieces of people's characters that we give passes to because, oh, that's my friend, and you know, he just act like that, or she, you know, she just funny acting like that. Those things I think people leave out because they hope, you know, I hope it'll work out. It's a possibility, but I think you need to talk about those things that we give people passes for. You know, that's just how. No, call that behavior to the forefront, because if you're trying to hook your friend up with somebody, they're going to have to deal with that character and that behavior. And a lot of times you know it, but you give people passes because, oh, that's just how he is. No, that's still unacceptable behavior.
Right. Agreed.
Jazz, why you trying to get me speed dating? Your pastor can be speed dated too, don't? Yeah.
I swear we need to do. I keep trying to tell y'all, send me some emails. I get this thing set up.
Lola wouldn't let me set her up.
I took your last recommendation. Hey, I took your last recommendation. How did that work out?
What happened?
Which last one? Motorcycle?
Isn't that crazy how we describe people by a certain thing?
I didn't recommend that.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Your pastor did.
No, I ain't talking about that one. I'm talking about this here last, this.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know. Seemed like a good guy.
And for years, you should give him a chance. You should give him a chance.
Yeah, that was an epic fail. I didn't know. Because when they can't remember your, yeah, no. Okay, let's move on. Would you say, Luther, it's funny how we describe people?
Right. Yeah, you describe my things or places.
Yeah, everything is color coded around here.
All right, y'all send y'all questions, please, as we go to do our questions. And I need y'all, the cost of this is to invite and share. Y'all share. It's been more on here than I thought it was going to be. Anybody celebrating this holiday?
It's no holiday to celebrate. I got a question for y'all.
Somebody just sent me a thing and they upset because Yolanda Adams sung for Trump fireworks. But anyway, go ahead. And they say Kanye West just announced he's running for president. Go ahead.
Who running for president?
Kanye.
He been said that. When dating should the huh?
What'd you say, Eve?
Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray.
The question. Yeah, she's in the comments.
Rachel Ray.
What do you think about a man that never shows off his phone for several years on social media? That's a good one. Let's go there right quick because we talked about that on the panel discussion.
I think that you should have that understanding if you have time after this or tomorrow to look at the live I did on Bishop Greg M. Davis with Irisha Hilliard last night. We kind of talked about that, but let me say my feelings. I think you should get that understanding years before, whether that person has an issue. It's not all the time that they're cheating or have other people. Because just because it's not a secret, it don't mean it's anybody's business. Just because it's not a secret. I'm too old to have a secret. If you see me, you see me. Catch me if you can. But I'm not going, at this point in my life, I am not putting any doggone body on social media. Dating, relationship, even after we get married. For a while.
Well,
hold on.
Bishop,
No, I got this one. Hold on, I'm coming. Because I got married last time, and before I could get some that night, it was on the blog.
Well, you did a press release. You did a press release like 30 minutes before the wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't do that again. Let me tell you something. I'll be married for so long. I'm gonna do like some of these other folk that are in public eye. I'll be married so long that y'all gonna say, what? No, you got. I'm not saying that is anything wrong with it if that's for you, but you should get these questions because social media, y'all, Eve, Lola, and Luther, social media is a big part of life now. Now, it might have not been 10 years ago, but now that should be a question in the dating thing. Are you somebody that needs that air? Do you need that social media? Do you need to be shown? Because if you do and he don't, or if you do and she don't, then it's going to be a problem because you're always going to think that is because there's somebody else. It's not always somebody else.
Here's the problem. I think a lot.
This house, and if I date somebody, it's the only thing I can be private about. Go ahead. That's just kind of passionate for me.
There are a lot of people that like this whole social media, put my relationship on social media because they're trying to prove something to people that don't give two shakes of a rocks about them. Like it's something that they have to prove or validate, or I don't understand what's the perk? What? No, a few things. What is your social media for?
That part.
What are you promoting? What are you really looking to promote on your social media? Is social media about your relationship? You're a relationship guru. You have this healthy relationship, and you're trying to show people what a healthy relationship looks like. Is that what your social media is about? Go ahead. Do you have some sort of business and drive people to your social media to promote your business? Then that's what that need to be about. But you don't. No, I'm with Greg on this. I'm not about to be on social media with my boo because that ain't none of your business. And I think we may feel that way because so much of our lives are public. Because our lives are public, there's sometimes and some things that we may want to ourselves. And so, unfortunately, we may not live an ordinary life. So some of the questions and problems could be different because of what we're already exposed to and what we expose within ourselves.
Lola, I forget one woman was sitting there putting all her business out there on social media about her and her man, and the next thing you know, all the pictures of the man is gone from a meeting they broke up. And I asked her, I said, well, you had us all in your relationship. You might as well come on, tell us why y'all broke up. You had us in your relationship all this time. You know, come on, tell us. You tell us. You had us all involved with your relationship. And I told Greg earlier today about somebody. And I said, watch and see. Give them a year and a half. I bet you they ain't gonna be together.
Yeah, because there's a lot of COVID-19 marriages happening right now. People popping up with rings and stuff. They run into the altar, but you better look at what you're doing because some people look suspect, but that's another whole thing. But anyway,
if social media, I just feel like this. If social media is your relationship's validation or code of validation, then social media will also be able to steer the direction of the relationship. So I personally I don't put nobody nowhere. For what?
That part.
For what? You are here for me. And I am there for you. And I've had a guy ask me before, well, why don't you ever take pictures? Why don't you ever put me? For what?
Why?
You need that validation for what? Then now I'm starting to question why you with me. Because number one, I'm a public figure and I'm growing. And so you have to be seen on my social media for what? Because guess what? For some people, they don't even care that you up there. They still coming and they're gonna come hard.
Still gonna come.
After they size you up and see that you don't look like much of nothing. Or what they think I should be with. They gonna come, what you doing with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other part of it is and there are some, you become a target. No, I don't want my relationship to be a target. I just don't. And it depends. Yeah. Nah.
That's gonna be enough. And don't put me on your page either.
No.
Don't. I went story time real quick.
No.
This is a brief one. This is a real quick one. I went out to dinner. And afterwards, the person was like, "Can we take a picture?" And I'm looking at them like, "Why?" And I want to have a picture. I said, "Let me tell you something. Do not put that picture on social media. Do not. I'm not. I said, whatever you do, don't post this picture, please." And you almost become offensive, but you have to be that way because you cannot jeopardize the integrity of my brand with your foolishness because you're trying to show off. That's
Absolutely not.
That's going to be a no. I'm not putting you on my page, and I better not see myself on yours.
Gary Spreewell, welcome, sir. Glad to have you. Edwin Brown, these some pastors and evangelists and things that I know. I want to just say hey to y'all. What is this coming right here?
Yeah, what does that mean?
So the single women can be like, "Zam, daddy, doing big things."
That sound like somebody young right there. That sounds like one of them millennials.
Yeah, that's what the you all would be considered zaddies.
Right. No, I just was yeah. So did we fulfill this?
Yeah.
And that is, what was the bottom line?
The answer is we all agree that no, we should not be on your social media.
No. But that's every. But I'm just no. I don't. Okay, yeah. We all agree that. But
I think
Edwin Brown. Let me go back to Edwin Brown's because he had it. The best thing is what I started off with it saying. Let me go back to Edwin Brown's because his was the best comment. It ought to be a conversation in the beginning. That's the bottom. Y'all agree with that?
True.
Yes and no. Yes and no. And I'm saying if I
know,
but this is what I'm going to say. If I have to have a conversation with you about what you post on your social media,
not what you post, whether we gonna be an item on social media.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want your maturity level to be beyond social media.
I disagree.
Because the important people in my life is gonna know about you. Everybody else.
Right. Like I feel like I shouldn't have to have a conversation with a grown man about, we're not.
Why you ain't on my social media?
Like, we should be.
No.
If that's
I don't think it's men all the time. I think it's more women than anything.
Well, I'm never gonna be in a relationship with a woman, so I gotta
exactly.
talk to
you. Don't agree with this? You don't agree with what Pastor Brown is saying?
I don't, because
I mean, if we go by what you say dating is, collecting data.
Yeah.
Oh no, not in the dating phase. Oh no. Not in you don't even get near my phone in the dating. Matter of fact, you can't even you can't even take the don't
get it out your mouth. Get it out. Come on. Go ahead.
Someone said, "What if you're married?" So
don't take the phone out.
Yeah, here's my thing.
And if you do, you got to know that it ain't for posting. If you want to take memories, that's fine.
Yeah, my social media is for Lola George and her antics and foolishness and just all things Lola. It's not my private life. Private life don't even exist on social media.
And do we really have to post each other?
Yeah, Lola, and people be
like,
thinking when you post certain provoking thoughts and stuff like that, they be thinking that you going through something and
and it's
no, they think that you're talking about them.
Personal business out there.
Especially with me, let me make an announcement. My When the Right One Comes is not about anybody. Their experiences. I get stuff from this conversation. I get stuff from talking to friends. It is not, I don't use my social media to go off. I use my social media to encourage and uplift and make people think. So
my red flag, people be like, "Are you okay? Are you all right?" Like, I'm fine.
If you see me take a picture with any woman on my social media, we're not an item.
We're not together. Yeah, that's another thing. If you see me on social media with a guy and I post a picture, You best believe that he not the one. He not that. It's not him. That's not him.
Gail Johnson says, Eve, I think you do need a conversation because you are so social media driven.
Well, she's
that's
welcome to
her
have a
personal life.
conversation. I don't have to have a conversation. If you look on my social media, the person that's on social media is Eve and the people she's interviewing. We're not having a conversation about nothing. Not about that. Now we can have a
What does
conversation
you
about
being
something
social
else.
media driven have to do with having a conversation
Because
about dating?
that's a red flag to me. If I feel like you need to be on my social media and you want to post pictures, I'm looking at you like, why?
Spreewell, read Spreewell's.
There's nothing wrong with having the discussion, especially if they're not used to being with a public figure.
Now he can say that because Spreewell's out there, right, Luther?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's major.
Have that conversation because
listen, that is the prophet of Church of God in Christ.
No, seriously.
he should
Spreewell,
have that conversation then because
Spreewell's coming from a different standpoint than the average person because Spreewell is a major voice in Kojic. He's rising, and so we need to deal with that. So he's somebody that's in our kind of sphere.
I get it.
Huh?
I get it, but depending on if he chooses to be with somebody who doesn't understand that during that data developing data stage, I didn't finish my statement.
I see what you're going and I'm rocking with her. Go ahead, sis.
If they are dating and collecting data and whether they're used to or accustomed to being with a public figure or not, they see who you are from the beginning. At the end of the day, it also sums up to the person's level of maturity. Why get somebody who is not mature enough to handle who you are in public or in private? And I get the whole conversation thing. Don't talk my ear off. We both know. I see you. You see me. We know you have your profession. I have mine. Normally, when you're talking anyway, that is your form of conversation when you're collecting your data. That's when you converse, but I don't have to have a specific conversation as to
then when they put your happy hips on there and you didn't have the conversation, then they say, I don't know.
I don't know what.
Y'all just taking a casual picture and they put your happy hips on there, both of y'all women, no, listen. When you don't have a conversation, you leave. It's just like we said the other week. When you're talking to somebody and in the data stage, and they think it's more than what it is because you done went out with them 10 times. Going out with somebody 10 times just means we had a good time. It don't mean that we are an item.
That's right.
You know, I'm telling you, you gotta really speak it because
I don't know, Greg. If they start having relations, they're gonna think they're an item.
What's relations, sir? What is relations?
Let me say this. Luther, it don't mean Luther, Linda. Listen, Linda. If you've never verbally said that you are in a relationship,
you're not in.
No matter what you do.
He said they had relations. That messes
that's
up
everything. Business. That's their business.
And that makes listen. It doesn't know all of that. I understand what you're saying, and I respect what you're saying. Doesn't necessarily mean that that's necessarily true, depending on the type of situation
you're
in with the person. When you start having sex with them, it kills it all. People can become emotionally attached and all of that.
And that's
emotions fly, no.
But all the opinions that I make are my opinions and solely my opinion. So that's my reality.
Just because people get emotionally attacked after sex still don't mean that y'all together. And I think
absolutely
just don't need to be having sex.
A lot of people mess up the game. And
they gonna feel like Lola. They gonna feel like they don't need to have nothing to be said. It's already being done. So why we need to say it or put a title to it?
I grew up with gorillas. Let me say this, Luther. I grew up with them gorillas. I grew up with all boys. I ain't had no female influence besides my mother. She's a queen. But the boys and the cousins that I grew up with, they taught me a long time ago, baby, if he don't tell you to your face, you his woman, you're not. I don't care how many times y'all done laid down and got up with each other. That don't mean nothing. That was an exercise.
Absolutely.
Say it again, Lola.
I don't care how many times.
Say it again.
I don't care how many times y'all done laid down with each other and got up. until he declares and decrees that you his
And
woman.
you can think emotionally all you want to. We're telling you, and see, this is the issue that I have with women. Women don't listen to what men say, and that's the key part of learning each other. I respect what Eve is saying, but at the same token, this is the way men think.
This is the way they are, how they act.
Absolutely. I get what she's saying. I get the emotional thing. We all know that women come from a different point. And this conversation is giving people life tonight. They're enjoying it. But
they should be departing Red Sea.
Huh?
They shouldn't be departing the Red Sea.
Come on, Jazz. That's what I'm talking about. Jazz said he could tell you and still act another way. That is so right.
Absolutely.
Jazz.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jazz. All of that, if he don't tell you, blah, 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 blah.
That's not the same thing that you're saying. She's not saying the same thing you saying.
Listen, she said, nah, he can tell you and still act another way.
That ain't what you saying, though.
What did I say and what did she say?
You're saying if they don't tell you and then you done got all emotionally involved, that's the person's business.
No, I'm
that
looking at both ends of the spectrum.
That ain't what she's saying.
No,
that's tomatoes and
even
orange.
if I'm in total agreement with her. I'm saying that even if they say to you one thing but treat you a totally different way, like you are in a relationship, they say other things and speak out of both sides of their mouth. There are situations like that take place. Yes, there are.
And until it's said,
I got 5 brothers too. I'm feeling you, Lola. I'm the only girl as well. I've seen the game played every which way it can be played, inside out, up and down, around and round.
So you talking from experience?
Listen, heck yeah, we all have had that experience, and I wish somebody would get on this live and say that they haven't. Let me scroll here. No, everybody has. We all have. I have dealt with a guy before that pretended. Now I'm not going to even say pretend, because I believe that he was, genuine in that moment. Oh, and then the moment changed when his mind changed, and it's okay. You have the right to change your mind, but what you don't have a right to do is mislead people. And at the end of the day, there are a lot of people being misled with actions. And then when it's convenient for them, they switch those actions with words and this and that. Come on, let's stop the game plan.
So let me ask you this question. Do you think maybe something happened with them that made their actions switch up?
Heck no, I think maybe they just they didn't have the right intentions at first. They just were in a place in their life where they were. And people have the right to be where they are in their lives, but not everybody. It does something to me when people start talking about, let's have a conversation. A lot of times y'all don't have conversations with women from the beginning. I'm not saying y'all as the two of you. I'm talking about men in general. Y'all don't have them day one conversations. A woman can come to you, because I have done it. Come to you and say, I'm not about that life. I ain't trying to lay down with you. I ain't looking for no one hit 'em, quit 'em situation. I'm not into that. You know what type of woman I am when you approach me, when you see me. I'm not the one that's going to deal with you right off the bat. I'm going to run you around a little bit sometimes, and give you a little space. But I will let you know up front who I am, what I'm about, what I stand for. And he'll still play the game, because men also like challenge.
Yes.
Y'all love that challenge. One man told me, baby, I'm telling you the truth. The chase is always better than the catch. And I'm like, wait, what you say? Yes, because they like that. They like to prey. They like prey. They like to go out and
I don't like
hunt and hunt.
I ain't doing all that.
Men are hunters. I remember that somebody I know said
Greg likes cardio. He runs all the time.
You can say what you want. You ain't been completely honest with every woman you've been with, sir. Cut that.
Oh, back in the day, yeah.
My daddy said, never believe what a man says, believe what he does, because his actions are his words. They always tell you exactly what you want to hear.
That part.
What does his action say?
Absolutely.
Like someone had mentioned earlier, they'll tell you one thing, but they'll show something different, or their actions say something different. You have to believe a man's actions, because words are to get you, are to consume you, are to bring you in. But his will tell you the rest of the story.
Let's clean up what Sprewell just said. So what Sprewell just said makes sense. Okay. Let's talk about where where the relationship is, because Sprewell said when he made the comment, he thought it was in the dating stage.
Right.
Does it make a difference whether I post you in the dating or relationship stage? I don't
He didn't ever post me.
but I'm saying I don't think you should. Relationship is not final.
You mean committed relationship? Because
Committed
dating is
relationship,
still
I
a
don't think
form
you
of a
supposed-
relationship.
I don't
like
think you should post the person in a committed relationship.
I don't know. I
You
ain't
can
putting
walk
nobody
away
in no.
from that, huh?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not committed.
I'm not
dating,
looking
I don't
for
need.
social
I
media.
don't need that. So therefore, I don't want to be with somebody that needs to have that either.
You definitely
know?
shouldn't post nobody that you're out on a date with.
Yeah, I'm not looking to be on your social media. Now, you liable to catch me taking a selfie and you may see a shoulder, but you're that's connected to that shoulder.
Hey, when you out to eat, you just gonna show your plate, huh?
I may not even show you play, but you know, sometimes you'll get a good selfie because of the lighting. And you could be in the car, the sun is hitting you right, you in the convertible, something like that. You may catch a shoulder, an elbow, or a
A
forearm,
shadow.
but you'll never catch the face. Now, if you see us in public, it is what it is, because I'm not hiding anything. What I do in my personal life,
Okay, Lola, you say you're not hiding, but let me ask Greg this. But some men will be very picky on where they go, so they don't be seen. They go to certain places that they're gonna run into everybody in certain.
They're some foolishness. They're some BS. They're some shenanigans. Because when you're with the right one, when you're with the one that you love, you really want to show it off to the world. So there's no place you wouldn't want to go if you with your
well,
one.
if you want to
I
show the world, then
I disagree.
Yeah, why you hiding her then? What's the
I'm not
hiding?
hiding her. When you are go ahead, Luther.
I say if you want to show off with the world, you might as well put on your social media then.
No, because social media is using something different. We use social media for business purposes. We're not using.
No, I'm not taking you, and I have done that because I don't want to be bothered with people that I know while I'm trying to be on a date.
I get that.
Okay, so it's not always that. Why do women always think the worst that a man is doing something because he's trying to hide?
That's how Luther set up the question. That's how Luther set up the question. Look at him back over there in that corner. That's how Luther set up the question. So I answered it according to how Luther set up.
That's why his mama be getting him, because he just sneaky.
Yes, Luther was on some shenanigans. And a lot of times people, now, again, people that live extraordinary lives, and then you have people that live ordinary lives. People that live the extraordinary lives, sometimes you don't want to deal with the fanfare of what comes with being out in public. So you may dip into a little cut of a situation so you can enjoy an intimate evening with your mate without all of the fanfare.
Read Sprewell. Oh, go ahead. You still talking.
I won't post until marriage. But I'm not going to dismiss you for needing me to explain why posting isn't an option. Now, if you can't accept it, that's a different issue.
That's what we're saying.
That's what we're saying. So we all agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sprewell, you got to come on one Saturday because he's single.
We stand in agreement.
Okay. Well, next question.
Should both sides be willing to carry the load if the other can't until both are far? What was this you just said? So in a relationship, is it the financial responsibility of the man to carry the load, or should both parties be willing to financially contribute to the relationship until one of them, I assume that it's the man that's financially stable to carry the load on his own?
Greg, you want me to set this up?
Yeah, go ahead. Luther brought, this is what you brought, right?
Right. This is story time.
That's one of the things he brought.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey, so I was talking to a member of my church, and they was happy about their new job and all the things they were doing. And I don't know how they got on such about kids. So I asked him, do he have a child? He says, no, I had a son, passed away. I said, well, do you want any more kids? He said, well, of course, Pastor, when I get married. And I says, really? He said, but I'm not thinking about marriage. And he said, because I was getting myself together financially until I'm financially able to have the responsibility to take on and bring on a wife and bring on a woman in the situation. So he was saying basically, hey, I'm gonna be the one who, if I can't take care of them, then I'm not going to end up being with them. But I also know that there are some women that there's one that's that's watching it live right now that they share with me that they had their significant or their husband or whoever they was with. Nobody else didn't know that they didn't have nothing, but they had a vision. They had a dream, but they was in the position trying to push them to their situation. So he wasn't at a place, but they was the one that was trying to push him to that point, push him to that vision and everything else. And so that goes to say, you know how they always talk about women, what you bring into the table too. So that is that a big thing? Is that a factor? Do a man want a woman who has something that at least bring it to the table, or can they just bring the plates and the fork, and the man bring everything else?
So let me ask another question attached to this question, just so I'm clear. So we're dating. We're in the dating phase. We're not married. We're dating. He needs help financially. And the question is, can I help him financially? Is that the root of the question that we're getting to? Or are we married and the financial status within the household shifted because maybe a layoff, a loss of job, or you may be starting up something and the financial responsibility shifts to the partner female? Is that what we're asking? Which scenario?
Or would you date a man that you make more than him? Don't get quiet on this. Don't get quiet on me now, church.
It got quiet in this Methodist church.
It got quiet, man.
So
listen,
I gotta answer. I gotta answer.
Listen, I come to church, got quiet. Talk back to the preacher. Come on.
So, Pastor, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life, Pastor, Bishop, members, and friends, everybody on the dais. So, scenario one, I meet you and you need financial help. I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing
help. I'm saying you make more than me.
I haven't gotten to that scenario. I haven't gotten to that scenario yet. I haven't gotten to that one yet. I'm talking the one where I meet you and you're looking for someone to financially bankroll, or you need some financial help. And we're just meeting and we're just dating. My answer is going to be, Alex, I'll take no for 10 million. Thank you. The answer is going to be no on that one. We're married. This is my husband. I believe it's just one pot. It's our money. So if you don't have it, baby, I got it. We still got it. We gonna win. We work together. I'm your teammate through thick and thin. This is what we gonna do to win. So my husband, it's not. If you ain't got it, I got it. We still got it. We gonna always win. I'm never gonna not support my mate. I date someone that makes less money than me? I can't speak to that because I haven't been in that situation before, so I don't know how I would handle it.
What? You've never been in that situation.
I said that I can't speak to that.
You never dated somebody that make less than you.
Recall that situation. That is my answer, and that's what I'm going to leave it with.
She's on timeout until she can get it straight. You just say you don't want to discuss it.
I don't want to discuss it.
Because you have dated somebody that made less than you.
I did.
So you trying to say he didn't have a job?
No, they had one. It was just a different kind of job.
It was a different kind of job now. Pay as you go, get paid as you go along.
Gosh.
Anyway, let me answer.
No, I'll say this, but I was very supportive. Now, here, okay.
No, you weren't very supportive. You were too supportive.
In that scenario that we're speaking of, they had
You barely had driver's license.
Although they their W-2 was less than my W-2, they had potential to earn twice as much because the Bible says your gift will make room.
Potential can't pay bills.
Huh?
Potential don't pay bills.
This is what I know, but I'm answering Luther's question. So
did it pay your bills?
Huh?
Did his potential pay your bills?
Huh?
Oh. Because I think he was still paying bills in another place too. But anyway, dating is a time for gathering data. That's what we believe. Needing financial help at the dating stage is a no. So
Yes.
Luther, ain't nobody helping nobody during the dating stage.
Are you for real?
Since they are?
Well, Greg, can I tell you what 8.5 did?
In getting data?
Can I tell you what 8.5 did though?
Sure.
8.5 is a unique circumstance. But go ahead. Let us get
8.5 told me to get off the road and they'll make sure I'm straight before I can go back to school, to go finish up school.
Y'all was in a relationship.
And 8.5 believed that there was a ring at the end of that tunnel.
8.5, man. 8.5 was a relationship, man. That is not a good. So
well, we're talking about people in relationship. Or
no, we talking about dating. Dating is the stage getting data. We talking about somebody that's not even.
Okay, I didn't know it was a difference. I thought dating and relationship same doggone.
Dating is getting data on this show.
Okay,
Dating
like
is getting
like single and single, huh?
no.
Yeah.
Dating is getting data on this show, and then there's relationship with commitment. And so listen, Pastor Kim, when we married, I'm on marriage now because that other part, I'm on marriage. Pastor Kim said to me, she said, and I understand, I was traveling around the country making big checks. I was on the radio also, but we had just got to church. And she said, you go on and build this church. She was making good money at telephone company. She was a manager. She had Benny's and all that stuff. And I got us if that's what's needed. It was never needed, but she made a good investment. Okay.
And that was your wife.
And that was my wife. But we had just got married though.
No matter, it was still your wife.
She did marry. She did do that for potential. She saw the potential. But now I was bringing in some good checks. I was traveling with the McDonald's tour back then. So, it wasn't like a paycheck, but by the time you added it all up, it was more than what she was making.
Yeah.
So,
and again, the major difference in your story is that was your wife. And your wife is your life partner. When you don't have nobody else, your wife's supposed to hold you down. If your wife or your mate don't hold you down, don't help your dreams come to pass. I believe
you wouldn't talk. Neither you ladies wouldn't talk to a man that said, "Can he have help on his car note?" And y'all just talking to
car note.
No,
absolutely not.
Nope.
What about the rent?
Nope.
Oh, but y'all
show
can ask.
No, I don't ask. No, sir.
No, not ask. Y'all expect.
No. You can't find one. No, not one. That can say that out my mouth. I need money for anything. No, not one. I provide for myself. I don't ask.
Listen, but here is the thing. Are y'all kidding? At the end of the day, if a man, and this is just my personal view, I only date certain types of men. I only want to be with a certain type of man.
Come on.
Working at McDonald's don't get it for me. I've never worked at McDonald's. I never really had to work any type of job like that.
working to own
Excuse
the
me,
place.
sir. Hey, hello. That's my preference. I don't mean no harm. For whoever that applies, if you like a McDonald's manager, baby, to you.
She great. She got
However, as for Eve in her house,
she got her preference too.
Eve in her house, she does not want a McDonald's worker. She needs a very stable man. But now here's the thing. If he does not make as much money as me, because I am a go-getter.
Leave that right there, Greg.
I am not going to, throw you away, but you got to have a plan and a vision, baby. Because when we come together, we should be greater. Not you ain't got enough and I got to support. No. If you need help, you don't need to be dating. High tide.
Yeah. You're not in position. You're not even ready to be in the dating process.
Read Gary's.
If you need help,
that's it.
You don't need to
wait. Read again.
If you need help,
Slow up. Read.
Does that apply to men or women?
Both.
I agree.
Both. Because see, men that pay a lot of bills out here, money is a form of control.
That's true.
What let you do is control me with money. So I have my own. So you're not gonna be able to use that.
Yeah.
So the next thing they control you.
Both of these ladies got their own. Both of these ladies got their own. They take care of themselves. Lola's had a house since I met her own house.
Yeah, always.
You can put my place.
So Lola, if you got married, what you gonna do? You gonna sell your house, keep your house, and move in here?
I'm gonna keep
No. Don't ask her. Don't ask her.
But I will be getting a new one, and I won't be buying it.
No, but you you made some, yeah. You get up again. Anyway, oh God. Anyway, we got to give yours names like 8.5.
No, because they don't cut the mustard.
Motorcycle.
We got motorcycle.
Sawmill.
We got foundation.
You got founding father.
Yeah.
Abraham.
Yeah. We got. Yeah.
You got gallery.
Oh man, you name it too many.
I love gallery. I still love gallery.
You don't even know these folks.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it after.
I have my own, but I need help. Door rubs, back scrubs. Okay. So,
but see now, wait a minute.
Jazz, do you need to hit the altar tomorrow?
Go ahead, Pastor E.
There is so when you say, because I heard Luther say something, he says, but y'all something to the degree, but we expect men to do for us, etc., and I'm paraphrasing. So would you say, because there has been a complaint that women like Lola and myself who are self-sufficient can be a bit of a turn off to men,
very much so,
because they feel as if they are needed, and men must feel as if they are needed. Is this true?
It may not be true for the two of you, but it's
not true for me. I think it's sexy, both of y'all, that y'all have your own. Well, you know what? It's also, Luther, do you believe that is at the point of life that you're in? I'm at the point of life that I want somebody to have their own.
But does that mean that you don't do for the woman because she has her own?
Oh no, heck no.
No, he's a doer.
No, that don't mean nothing at all. No, that don't mean that at all.
I ain't gonna be able to pay attention.
Huh?
What'd you say?
I ain't gonna even be able to pay attention.
What?
He said he can't pay attention. He ain't paying for nothing, is what he's saying. He's not even paying for. He's that.
I have a friend that used to say. I have a friend that used to say, Luther, you remember this friend? My friend used to say, I said, you're not gonna pay for them to come see you? No, I'm not paying. if I go see them, they ain't gonna help me pay to come see them. You remember that?
Yeah, he would be gone.
Now that's out of order. Now that right there,
You remember that, friend?
out of order. Why should a woman go pay to see a man and he the one want to see her?
Because my friend our friend used to tell me that hell, they don't pay for me when I come to see them.
Yeah, if that person is going to see them, he don't ask them.
Was
to
he
pay
into the
to
church
come
too?
to see them? So
He
why
into the church.
Of course.
He's a prophet, preacher, and yes.
Run!
Run quickly.
Run!
Why would I have to pay?
Ladies,
Why
run!
would-
y'all women? So hold on. So y'all women expect the man to fly you in?
Absolutely.
So where's that in the rule book?
That's the
Is that
whole-
in the
Because
rule
I'm
book?
the prize.
What
I'm
book
the
is it in?
prize.
Y'all ever heard in the Bible where it say, "Behold the man"?
It also says that he must have a job in the book of jobs. He needs to be the one to fly me out.
Sprewell
Nobody
say
got no
depends
time for
on how
that.
you carry yourself. Sprewell, what does that mean? Depends on how you carry yourself.
I think that was to my question. I think.
Success, ambition, and drive is sexy. That's all I'm saying. That is sexy. For a man, that's sexy. But it don't mean, now listen,
I've been
make no
told
mistake about it. It don't mean that the man is not going to do for that person. It just means that that's sexy. Boss babes are in.
For certain kind of men, everybody can't handle it.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it takes a strong man to handle a boss babe.
Because for some reason, some men, not all, feel inadequate when they feel that they can't contribute. But some,
See, Gail Johnson, the way you put that, you know, just because they have my own, they still have to pay. What do you mean pay? They still have to pay. What does that mean?
I think what she's saying is that doesn't cancel just because she has her own.
Yeah, but it's
does
the
not
way you-
dismiss
the way-
a man from paying for things for her.
and a real, I don't want to be offensive when I say a real man.
I feel you. I
But
agree.
you know, there are certain men, it's just in their DNA to provide.
That's
And
right.
like if me and my brother go to dinner, go to breakfast, brunch, or whatever, I probably paid in all the years maybe 2 or 3 times. Because he won't allow me to. But every now and again, he'll be like, okay, you can get it this time.
She talking about me.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, so some men just will tell a woman your money's no good here.
I think, let me say this. I think that if you have to tell them to do certain, I did a post tonight. It's on my page on Instagram that men have to do better in chivalry as it relates to just simple stuff. A woman shouldn't be surprised that a man opens doors for her.
Paying for a plane ticket ain't chivalry.
Huh?
You said what?
What you say?
Paying for a plane ticket ain't chivalry.
Whatever. Maybe
What is, what is it?
What'd he say?
Paying
playing
for
for
a
a
plane
plane
ticket.
ticket ain't chivalry. Lord Jesus.
Now,
Help.
let me say this. While I may not totally agree with him, I don't think it's wrong for a woman to buy a ticket to come see a man. I don't think there's nothing wrong.
No, it's nothing wrong with that, but it sure ain't nothing wrong with him paying for my ticket either.
No,
Are you kidding?
I'm not.
We're talking down the line. We're talking down the line. After we've been dating a while. But in the beginning,
we ain't talking about that.
I don't know. I've had
will you buy
stuff from
airline
the
tickets
beginning.
for a young lady to come see you in Atlanta?
What?
I said, will you buy an airline ticket for a young lady to come see you in Atlanta?
Tell the truth.
Greg says, what was the word you said?
We're not
Greg?
talking about Greg. We're talking about you.
You.
Greg was trying to tell you I was that friend.
He's
Oh,
asking
my
the
God.
question. Thou art the man.
I am the man.
Oh my God.
But let's deal with that. I want to deal with that right quick. The reason, Luther, and I can't even fault you for being like that because you've dealt with women that allowed you to have that type of behavior.
That part.
Done, it's ruined you. because you will continue to find that same woman that will be like, I want to see Luther. Well, and you invite them to come, but they're gonna be like, and you know what, Luther, I know all of this already, but that's okay. We're talking about it.
Know this. You're not shaming him.
I know. Oh, I know. That's why I can have this open, candid conversation. That's the only reason that I'm having, because I know I'm not offending him or offending him at all.
I'm not ashamed whatsoever.
I know. I wouldn't do that if I thought you would. But women have allowed that, and because of that, that's built up.
But Lola, but when you get to me, you don't have to worry about nothing. You good. But just get to me. You'll be all right. Just get to me.
So why do you do that? Explain to me why you make them pay. Is that so they can contribute something to the situation?
No, because I ain't doing. Because you know what? After you do all this, how about when
I
you
agree,
do
Gary.
investment in something, and then all of a sudden it goes sour, goes sour. I ain't doing all the investment. No.
So you feel like you're worth investing in, but she's not worth investing in.
I just said, get to me. If I come to you,
Go back
I'm not gonna expect you to pay for my ticket.
You're the man.
She should never pay.
You the woman, and you the woman.
So this is a prime example of. I'm the prize that you're the catch.
Read it.
So hold on. So if I'm the man, so you gonna be in the kitchen cooking? You gonna clean up?
Absolutely. I cook. I clean. I keep house. Oh, absolutely. I was raised right.
Okay.
Fair exchange has never been.
And wait. And the funny part about this is, with Luther saying all of this, there are women that will still deal with him and will pay their way to get there.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So
I'm not saying that in a negative way.
No, that's what I keep saying. I'm trying to set my statement up to say
It's a woman sitting there right now probably saying, "Ooh, I don't care. I want to get to him. I like him." All that good.
Yeah, I'm not mad at Luther for running his program.
Tell me where you live, Luther. I'm booking the ticket now with my black card.
It's the women's fault that he has built up this behavior because they perpetuate it.
It's a behavior.
Absolutely, it's a behavior. It's a part of your characteristic at this point because it's been happening for so long.
Garrett, look, Luther with Garrett, your fellow prophet said.
Hey, Sprewell, I'm speaking the truth, Sprewell.
This is
what you get in,
and he's only going to deal with a particular kind of woman.
Kitchen no more.
Luther's only going to deal with a particular kind of woman.
No, that's not true. No.
Women are not domesticated.
Wait, hold on. That's not true, Lola. That's not true.
Listen to me. What I'm saying.
No.
Let me explain. No, what I'm saying. The ones that's not willing to pay to go see him, they ain't gonna see each other.
But I'm saying it has nothing to do with a low caliber woman because I thought that's what you were saying.
No,
because he ain't had that problem.
No. I know Luther off of this screen, so he wouldn't deal with a low caliber woman anyway. What I'm saying is the woman that refuses to pay will never get an opportunity because she ain't gonna be able to get there to see him because he ain't gonna pay for her to come. And then he ain't gonna pay her.
I'm gonna say I don't think it's anything wrong. I just don't know what point. I just don't think it's anything. I don't think it's anything wrong for a woman to do anything. Actually, I would like a reciprocal, whenever. But I just don't think it's anything wrong. I get what the ladies are saying that it shouldn't be in the beginning. Now, Lola, you will pay your way to see somebody. You may not do it in the beginning. You've never done it?
To go
later on down the line?
Well, further on down the road, yeah, because you don't give me the money back anyway.
We're in agreement that you wouldn't do it in advance, but later on down the line.
Once we're in a relationship.
You've done worse than that. Go ahead.
A time frame.
Don't say it one more time.
Lola.
Hey, hold on. Wait, don't forget your point. Let me tell you something. Anything that's in this house pay bills. Always remember that. Go ahead.
Lola, actually this question. If you pay for your own ticket, won't you be able to control your own narrative? If you're ready to go get up, if something happens, go sour, go south, all that stuff.
You can still control it.
Yeah, I will control my narrative, period. I ain't going nowhere that I can't control my goings and comings.
Read Gary's, and we got 10 minutes. Go ahead.
A woman is only high maintenance to a low maintenance man, and a successful woman is only intimidating to a unsure man. But you took it away. But let that man spoil you. You're entitled to it. It's
Entitlement is a turn on.
Entitlement is a turn on. Okay. Yes, we women allow men to. Yeah.
She's trying to say the women you deal with, Luther, is desperate.
There's an interesting character that's associated with him, I'll tell you that.
I'm still trying to understand because he's made this statement, and I got to go back to this because I heard this before on one of the previous shows about women, 2020 women not being domesticated. You said, Luther, so you a woman, so what you gonna do? You gonna get in the kitchen and cook a meal?
You said I'm the man.
Gonna cook a meal?
So you
women nowadays don't cook a meal. Are you insinuating that women of today are not domesticated?
Oh, there's a lot of them that are not.
Most aren't.
Most aren't.
I'm on his side. Most aren't.
Most where?
Only a bowl of hot dogs.
It's a lot, Eve. It's a lot. Nah, I'm with him. It's a lot.
All of my friends are, whether single or married.
Very good. You got a good bunch then, because it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Cooking classes online or something to some of these folks.
That's because they come from environments that didn't foster that type of development.
You're talking, Eve, from y'all talking from y'all viewpoint.
I'm talking from a world with 7.2 billion people in it. We can't say that most people don't know how to cook.
No, it's a lot of these women nowadays. Nope.
No, absolutely not.
Nope.
I don't know one you run the you ain't been out too much.
I have been.
But we don't date women. We don't date women. I don't date women.
Right, and
no,
you been talking from the friends that you have, Eve. You ain't. I mean, I'm telling you.
I mean, I've seen women who are not domesticated, but I've seen quite a few who are.
Yeah, okay,
there's a vast majority that are.
He says
for me, it's not necessary. Because if you can't cook and if you can't clean, then you got at least you should be making. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me rephrase that. If you can't cook, that's not a deal breaker. You should be able to clean. But if we are both working and bringing money in, then I have a housekeeper now, so it ain't no big thing for me. So I'm not gonna look for somebody to cook every night. That was my grandmother. And my grandmother used to tell my grandfather, "You better go in there and get it yourself, old man. I ain't getting ready to cook nothing." So it's hard to find see, it is.
And again, I'm saying part of it could
be. So do y'all want that at the beginning when you just collecting her data? You want her to be cooking and treating you like a king?
No.
Or you?
That's not what we're saying. No, that's not what we're saying.
I'm just asking.
I'm saying we want to know that you can at least do it or not, so we know what we're investing in. With me, Luther may be a little more because he has a mom that's a boss, but she's also domesticated. Bishop Pat mama is I'm every woman. She's all of it for real. She know how to treat his daddy like Abraham was Lord, and still walk out there and slay people in the pulpit. So that's for them women nowadays. I'm serious.
I'm telling you, they grew up in environments that didn't foster that type of development. You can't. It's hard to have a skill set that you've never been exposed to.
And is it the women that you going after that ain't domesticated?
Well, this generation, no, that's not true, Eve. It's not women.
I'm asking, that's a question.
No, I'm telling you what men say. They meet women, and even if they are, they don't want to be domesticated. They don't want to be domesticated.
Hey, Greg, I remember I flew home one time, and it was about 11 o'clock at night. My dad wanted some type of pie. My mother's there cooking. She needed some butter. Had me going to the store 11 o'clock at night for some butter. I looked at my dad like, man, this is your pie. But he wanted that pie. she was up there 11 o'clock at night in that kitchen making him that pie.
That's
Oh,
her
my mama in here.
That is her
Why
king.
not?
My mama in here. We got old school in here. Bishop Coletta Vaughn up in here. Can we
She said,
change?
change the word domesticated. Sounds like
Sounds
dogs.
like cats and dogs. Luther, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong.
Absolutely nothing.
But,
That's her king.
Bishop Vaughn is an old school, new school woman, and for her to do that, because oh God, comment more, mama. Come on. Then not. I know where she coming from, because for me, Luther.
Yeah, exactly. I would have cooked that pie too for your husband.
That's right. My king, he can have pie.
Yeah,
he
you
can have
can
whatever,
have whatever
you
he
want.
wants,
You want a
whenever he
5-course
wants it.
meal at 2
Period.
o'clock in the morning? I'm getting
That's
up
what
and
he
making
get.
it. He's your king.
That's
right.
that's the way he's supposed to be treated.
That's
No,
right.
but we need to know what you can do and what you can't do before, so we can prepare to do whatever we need to do. I come from a saint.
Yeah, because women be like, you ain't my husband. I ain't gonna do that right now.
Because you're not. You're not.
How do I know if you have to?
But she should be able to have prepared. But you should have.
So she
found.
has to cook it for you in order for
She
you
don't have
to
to
know
cook
she
for you every day, but she should have prepared a few meals or two so you could understand that she know her way around the kitchen. But she's not.
That's right, Bishop Vaughn.
Look what Bishop Vaughn said, Luther.
I would have cooked that pie too.
That's right. Absolutely.
So I'm saying in the dating phase, you all have been out a few times to a few restaurants. She should offer, baby, I'll cook you a meal just to show you I do have these skills.
But there are some people who get accustomed to that type of service and want that. You want king treatment before you become the king.
Boyfriend. You barely a man. You barely my man.
Oh, wait a minute, Gary, hold on.
End up doing that anyway. See, y'all women be flipping anyway.
No, ain't nobody flipping.
Like
no, you want somebody to treat you like King Tut, and you want to say we ain't.
But you want to be treated like a queen, though.
We're not an item. We're not in a
Gary
relationship. But you can cook my food. You can wash my clothes.
But you have to know how to bake first. Oh, absolutely.
Most people nowadays don't even know how to bake because it ain't been passed down.
Well, we've been in.
This is stuff that you can find out during the data phase. Now, this doesn't have to be an everyday scenario, but I think you should showcase your skill sets, your high points, just so they're aware. Oh,
they posted it on social media. You saw it up there. That doesn't mean she got to do it for you.
Read my mother's.
Invite them to dinner once or twice early, home cooked. Early in the relationship. That's what I'm saying. You do that early just to show them, oh, I can get down.
See, that's what we need. We need y'all women need to listen to older women like Dr. Pat and Bishop Vaughn and all that. All this foolishness y'all talking about. Trying to tell you how to
cook. Luther, can you cook?
Bishop Vaughn said, can you cook?
Luther?
Absolutely, bitch. You know I can cook.
So will you cook for her in the beginning?
Huh?
Will you cook for her in the beginning, sir?
I got no problem because I can cook.
During the data phase,
will you do it though?
Share skills.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Thank you, Tab. That's right.
Yeah. You're supposed to
show the skills, but hold on. But everybody don't keep up what they started anyways, too. Also, Bishop.
Everybody don't. No, that's not true.
What's the motivation now? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about women. See, we'll do whatever we need to do and whatever we can do to keep you happy. But once you start on then that's when we change what we like, because we're nurturers. It is
that's right.
It is us to nurture the relationship.
And don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
And I always say this, it is a pleasure and a joy to serve the person you love. That means if we love y'all, we're going to serve you. We're going to do whatever it takes, just like she said. However, don't allow your sense of entitlement to trump my love, my compassion, and my genuine servitude to you. Don't make that pleasure feel like something I resent after a little while. No, I don't want to resent it. I want to take joy and pleasure in serving you. But don't act like I'm just supposed to do it just because.
Like it's due to you, like owed to you, and you're not.
when they were serving on the knees and they said this is what they do and how they do it? You remember when I called you from over Africa? I said, Greg, you will never believe this. They serve you your food on their knees.
Where were you?
In Africa.
Where were you? Where?
See, that's what's wrong with y'all Americanized women now.
I know. I just asked where you were.
You're not married.
You're not married until you're married. Exactly. Y'all men want marriage material, but they're not willing to do the husband. Y'all don't want to be a husband. You want to be
right,
but you don't want to be a husband.
Read Gary.
It take a long time for y'all to take that trip to the jewelry store. Men still need to be nurtured, not mothered, but nurtured. And it's hard to
say that. Read it again.
Men still need to be nurtured, not mothered, but nurtured. And it's hard to find a saved, successful, and sexy woman who's willing. You ladies are rare. I honor you both. Thank you. Thank you, King.
sir.
Thank you, King.
You gotta watch.
Does that
you gotta
like the Sprewell shooting his shot or something?
No, you gotta.
No, he's giving us a compliment.
No,
that's how we took it.
Sprewell told you he'll come at you. You don't even know it.
Right.
No, that's true. Hold on.
I was just having a conversation before we started this live how females are more we're nurturing. So real conversation, story time, right before, because one of my buddies is over here, one of my childhood friends is here. And we were talking about how you look at, I need your feedback on this. Women, it is our nature to nurture. That's just who we are. We were raised like that. And men, it's your natural instinct to hunt, to provide, to be that caretaker. That's who you guys are. But when it comes to relationships, there are a lot of people that will get up into their 30s, their 40s, and their 50s and had flings along the way. Flings. This relationship, that relationship, this relationship, that relationship, and they never stuck to anything. So they never really took the time to pour, and I'm talking from the male side, they never took the time to pour into a situation with a level of consistency that sustained. And so then when they get into other relationships, it's missing something because they've never had to be considerate of somebody else because they've been able to do what they want to do for 50 years, 40 years. And women too, this is not a man or a woman thing, but if you've never committed to anything and really gave it your all, when you're in, you struggle because no one has held you accountable for your actions. And it's hard to hold somebody accountable for something that they've never given 100% to.
Okay, we're gonna wind down here. Mother said, where was you at? Because read what she said, Luther.
I was in South Africa. I wasn't in no village. I was in South Africa. I was in Joburg. I was in Johannesburg.
I can't cook is not a secret. Breaking news. Okay. All right. Well, it's been a good night. We've been on here for almost right at 2 hours. I gave information earlier. I want to repeat it because people will take it. Yolanda Adams didn't perform for that. She performed for PBS, but it all comes into the same thing. So I said something earlier that wasn't right. So I wanted to read. Yeah, I said it in passing, but people listen. So yeah. Thank you, Lola.
Thank you.
I'm not Lola, not you. We both host this. Y'all been watching He Said, She Said with Greg and Lola. And thank you, Dr. Eve. And her Cash App is at the bottom, scrolling. If you want to be a blessing to her. Thank you, Prophet McKinstry. His Cash App is on there also. This is like entertainment, y'all. If we was on the road, me and Lola decided to put this on the road, but we're in different circumstances. So you would pick a ticket to get all this information. We don't do that. So Lola's Cash App is on there. Mine's is on there. Whoever you want to. If you want to take $5 to get all of us, that's fine. Do whatever you want to. Mom, we hate you, Mr. Too. You can go back and look at some of it though. We do it every Saturday at 9. we're definitely going to have Brother Freewell on because he's very. We need Bishop Vaughn to come on.
Yeah.
From those, another generation.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Bishop David, can I say this?
Mhm.
Can I say this?
Mhm.
You know, I'm a man when it comes down to giving. You know, I take giving very serious. And if they do so, whatever they do is name your seed for me, name your seed. And I'm going to be praying that you get the very rights to your seed. So when you do tonight, make sure you name your seed, because whenever a man names a seed, he gives them the very rights to them.
That's good.
All right. So again, we don't charge every Saturday at 9 o'clock. We didn't want to cancel it because it's the 4th, because we know it's a new norm. We're here every Saturday. Who got the thing at 9 p.m. So please share it. And then if you missed the first part, go and look at it. If you want to look at church tomorrow, Prophet McKinstry services at
10 a.m.
10 a.m. And you can go to the website, right?
Yeah.
Yes, 75, the number 775tolife.com. 75tolife.com.
75, the number 2life.com.
No, the number 75, TOLIFE.
To Life. Okay, my service is at 10 also, but mine plays at 10, 12, 3, and 7. So if you're looking at his, you can go, because mine is 50 minutes or so, another 50 minutes. And then Dr. Eve has a show every
Monday and Wednesday night at 9 p.m.
Where they file it?
I'm sorry, say that
Where
again.
they find it at?
Oh, you can find it on social media under Eve Moore, YVE, not EVE, YVE Moore, and it's entitled "What Is God Saying?"
And sis, you got the last word.
Again, I say this every Saturday night, especially on tonight. Today is a holiday that some recognize, some don't recognize, but there are so many things that you could have done tonight. There are so many options you could have taken advantage of tonight. There've been barbecues, family get-togethers, even in the midst of the quarantine. But you made a conscious decision again to spend your Saturday nights with us, and for that, we never take that for granted, because there could be so many different things that you choose to do. But I just want to continue to encourage everyone in the midst of everything that's going on. The world seems dark, but God still has all the power in his hands. He's still in control of everything. And for those that have been faithful, he is faithful back to the same body of Christ. So I just want you all to continue to spread love and kindness, because that's what the world is missing right now. We need to love on each other. We need to encourage each other. We need to stand in the gap for those that truly need support, because right now people's anxieties are high. People's families are being destroyed because of the devil and what's happening in this world. But we have to believe and know that God is still sitting high on the throne, and he still has all power in his hands. So I thank you for joining us every Saturday night. We'll be back again next Saturday to have fun. And just know that everything is still in divine order. God is still in control. We love you. We thank you. And please, if you've liked something that we've said or done tonight, feel free to give us a financial donation at any one of these cash apps. And we appreciate and we don't take your presence for granted. Love you and thank you.